Alright, so for this one, I'll try Barbarian. Yeah, sure, why not? BC Goth. Yeah, that sounds like a good one. Yeah, Barbarians seem to love giant tattoos in Diablo games. Like all of the Diablo games, that Barbarians with giant tattoos everywhere. Honestly, I'm mostly just doing this to check out what the skills are. Yeah.
Sanctuary.
I should find better shelter before I freeze.
Oh no! Okay, this is odd. Why do I have a back attach item that it looks like a two-handed ball? Weird. Main hand, off hand, and I don't know. Okay, this is different. I'm not really sure what to make of this. I have 4 weapons currently equipped. Huh. See, in Diablo 2, you would have like double-handed weapons, single-handed weapons, and it would just like do different things depending on, which weapon you're using. And you would have like a secondary weapon swap thing. This looks more like I have all of them equipped at the same time, and the game just hasn't decided which one to use yet because it it's just like looking at for what I have what skill I'm using to determine what weapon I attack with, I guess. Flay? Really? Flay? Requires a slashing weapon. Requires dual weapons. Just a bash. I'm genuinely not sure what that would be. Any complete arsenal weapon. I have no idea what any of this stuff is talking about. This definitely feels like a heavily redesigned character class idea, that's for sure. Alright, let's see here. Edge vulnerable, whatever. Bleeding damage. You get damage reduction thorns. Interesting. Because this would be very much something that you would have reason to want to like spam the skill in combat. Stack damage reduction in thorns. Although it's really not much damage reduction. It only goes up to 12%, it looks like. And thorns only up to 16, but 16 thorns? Yeah, that'll hurt. Berserking, your other skills gain 5% attack speed for each second frenzy you have. Yes, I remember this one. Speed attack barbarians. Frenzy. Eee, stabby. Oh, yeah. A lot of frenzy, yeah. I think a damage reduction buff to frenzy seems strange. I'm not really sure what it means by berserking. I mean, how do you have a berserking applied to you? I don't see anything that applies it to you here. Huh. I wonder if that's talking about achieving maximum frenzy. Bash. This is a pretty simple one. Like one of the simplest ones to have, just like bonk your enemy with your weapon. Although, I mean, thematically, it does kind of feel like you're hitting them with a ball or something. It would work with any of them in Diablo 2. It might be the reason why we have that giant two-handed hammer, though. Ah, this increases up to 2 seconds if using a two-handed weapon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Fortify while bonking enemies that are already stunned. If you manage to crit strike 4 times in a certain amount of time period, it gives you a overpower to a core or weapon mastery skill. These are basic skills, not core. But yeah, it's like bash enemies, then trigger this, and then. This is a weird one because it's like mixing. Well, well, this is Fury, not. Oh wait, Fury is probably the MP equivalent for Barbarians. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Stun an enemy, bonk them, generate more Fury. Okay. And overpowered core weapon resistance. Lunge. This, honestly, was one of those things in Diablo 2 that wasn't one of the lowest tier skills, but they did have it. Yeah, yeah, this is all new stuff. I didn't bleed damage. Ugh. Honestly, in Diablo 2, bleeding was mostly just like a special effect certain weapons had where the weapon would cause bleed damage and it wasn't your skill that did it. Okay. That is an incredibly unreliable way of applying berserking to yourself. Bonus damage, bonus movement speed, only lasts 5 seconds. Oh, and it requires you to land a critical strike with this skill. Wait, why does it say guarantee you berserking for 1.5 seconds when berserking normally lasts 5 seconds instead of 1.5? Huh? Does applying berserking with lunging strike give you a shorter duration version of it? I don't know. And yeah, it's interesting that they requires a slashing weapon, but it does bleeding, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Does vulnerable, bonus damage to vulnerable. Yay, more fury. Alright, so what do we have here? Whirlwind. Yeah, that's a classic Barbarian one. I'm not sure what it means by complete arsenal. Really not sure. bonus fury for hitting certain enemies. Okay. When using a slashing weapon with Whirlwind, it adds bleed damage. Oh, using Whirlwind for a long period of time gives you bonus damage. That seems useful. Two-handed bludgeoning weapon for extra bonk damage. Fury, stacking... Sure. I'm not really sure what to make of this one, but yeah. Is this... I guess overpower applies anytime you have a fortification while you're at high life. Yeah, for lucky hit, enemies become vulnerable. Works. Basic skills generate 5% more fury when using two-handed weapons. That's, of course, is good if you actually use two-handed weapons and aren't, like, dual-wielding or doing a sword and shield or something. Actually, I'm not sure you can do certain shield setups in this version. Because, seemingly, only necromancers can actually equip shields now? I don't know. Upheaval! Break the environment and fling debris at your enemies. Okay. Stuns enemies doing that. Oh, and it gives you berserking. Yeah, more bonus damage. Dual wield weapons. Sure. This is a weird one because it's like a combo trick. It's like stun the enemy, then hit them with a different ability. I don't like it. Okay. Chaining berserking, where you kind of sort of introduce things that might possibly allow a player to actually stay in the berserking state while killing the flop. Enemies. Yeah, okay, another one of those. Yay, Fury, why not? Yeah, sure, simple. Rally cry, increasing movement speed by 30%, research generation by 40% for 6 seconds, and nearby allies for 3 seconds. So, move faster, get more fury, unless your resource isn't fury, like Sorcerer hunts when these guys bellow for 3 seconds, which doesn't sound that great. Unstoppable, that sounds useful. $20 fury and a buff for temporary resource generation, I think. Yeah, I didn't steal all the stuff, so I guess. This is one of the things that's kind of wonky. Is like fortify seems useful, but it's not amazing. If you have to like apply it with something wonky and complicated. Yeah, because like this is one of the things I'm getting with barbarians is that they're very combo-rific, and doing the combos right will give you really good damage and maybe good damage mitigation, because a lot of this stuff is related to preventing you from taking damage. This was a passive in Diablo 2 and not a clicky power. Bonus. Now, the fact that it gives just like, okay, I have a barrier now, is actually really good though. And it gives you a bonus if you have it at low life. Huh. And okay, this one, instead of giving you just, you know, a whole bunch of this, it gives you bonus damage. Well, no, bonus healing, sorry. Bonus. Okay, the fact that this scales based on bonus maximum life is interesting, because the fact that means that you can like build around this to increase its power dramatically. More thorns and bleed damage. Taunt enemies get and gain damage reduction. Sure. This is one of those things where you need to decide if you want your build to be like a tank or a fast melee fighter, because a lot of the skills in here are defensive, but some of them are basically just bonus damage, run faster, do more bonus damage. Like applying vulnerable to enemies, that's about bonus damage, not about defense. Bonus life. Thorns. Yeah, a lot more fury. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, again, it's something that's a classic Diablo 2 thing, but it's not particularly interesting. It's like nothing but it's like the classic Diablo 2 versus the Barbarian had a lot of wonky skills that didn't apply in combat, like the skills for bonus loot. That seemed to have completely dropped that idea. And again, this is actually one of the things that Barbarians did, though, is that various abilities that would buff you or your team. Run faster, yeah, sounds good. Oh, and of course apply Fortify, because why not? This is interesting because it benefits Shout even if it's not attached to it. Note how these aren't mutually conflicting with each other. They stack. Interesting. It's like for Barbarian, you could in the old game build them so that if they were focused entirely on buffing the team. I mean, you would have the ability to do damage because you're buffing yourself, but your team is also getting it too. So if you're paired with someone who just doesn't use buffs and is focusing purely on raw damage, well, you just increase their damage a lot. Alright, let's see here. Leap. Yeah, that's a standard one. Like, jump, land on the enemy's head. And again, another rush attack. All of these little effects out. Ugh. Let's see here. What we got here? Death blow. Huh. Oh, this resets the cooldown if you actually kill an enemy with it. Nice. Bonus damage to bosses. That sounds highly useful. Because bosses are the ones you actually have a reason to care about whether they survive the first attack. Because quite frankly, normal chump tier enemies don't. Big skin. More stuff from thick skin, and yeah, even more. Call of the Ancients. Okay, these names are the 3 barbarians you had to fight in the expansion for Diablo II, Lord of Destruction, as a quest boss fight. Quite frankly, is that you had to beat these guys to get into the whatever on top of Mount Ariyat, and then fight Baal up there. That is an interesting thing, because it actually summons all 3 of them simultaneously. And this gives them all more powers. Cool. Slightly better stats, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this sounds incredibly complicated and confusing. I would have to try this one out just to make sense of what it does. I think what it's supposed to do is just like use all of your weapons to attack everything near you all at once. Oh right, full arsenal means that you have 4 different weapons equipped. Okay. Yeah, bonuses to that. Interesting. Gaining fury for swapping weapons. Healing because you used fury to attack enemies. Oh boy. Yeah, that sounds like it would be a fun one. Berserking and unstoppable for 5 seconds. Then for 10 seconds, deal direct damage with basic skills. Gets Berserking for another 5 seconds. Useful, I guess. Yeah, this really seems like it's wanting you to be able to just stay berserking like all of the time. Yeah. Anyway, oh, this makes berserk better. Two-handed bludgeoning, two-handed slashing, or dual-wielded weapons gives you a damage buff. And if you manage to get all 3 damage buffs, it gives you even more. That seems challenging to use. Although, if you were to stack the right skills, you could probably just like automatically do it. It's like skill A, skill B, skill C, boom, done. Bonus damage, cost fury. Yeah, okay. Note though, this is just core skills, not ultimates or mastery skills. Let's see, crushing wounds, critical strike, bleed. Yeah, okay, whatever. As for how this kind of goes over, there's several different things I can see someone doing with this. Like, are you going to like choose a specific type of weapon and just use that all the time, or are you going to do a combo-rific thing where you combined 2 or 3 different skills to synergize the skills with each other? Yeah. Real hard to guess which would be better or, even good without having tried it out. But certainly seems like something that doesn't have an obvious, well, this is the right way to play a barbarian aspect to it. Although there's certainly the disparity between like a glass cannon barbarian build and a barbarian build that is extremely tough. Definitely a this is a bit odd because why is this showing the same healing potion as my other character? Or was that the count unlock? I don't know. Alright, well, let's put a pause on this and switch to a different class.